Hello guys, Ronaldo here from Australia. I cannot be happier to be here with you guys in this summit. Thank you for inviting me. A little bit of brief before I start. I'm Brazilian, so you can pick the accent. I moved to Australia in 2006, and since then I've been living here with my family, and I have a beautiful wife, kids, and my passion is nutrition. I wrote two books about nutrition and healthy cooking. I'm on my third one, but the main thing I do nowadays is consulting. I do a lot of private nutrition consulting, but also I do businesses. I consult business and I develop products. But the idea here of this chat is to share with you guys some of my knowledge, experience in the past 15 years studying nutrition, and also in my personal life, what I can teach you guys, what I've learned in the field of nutrition, because men's health is it's definitely one of my favorite topics to talk. um, I've been very sick once in my life, and I like to share the things that help me recover, help me deal with my own issues. And nowadays, I have so many clients that are in the same boat, and we we um, we work together. We communicate, we talk, we find ways to fix the issue. So I'm quite attached to this topic because I do feel that there are so many men out there without help. They don't know how to communicate. As a man, sometimes communication is an issue. So that's why I'm here. That's why I want to share with you guys in this next 25 minutes as much as possible. So I would love to ask you guys fully attention. Make sure you in a nice quiet area so you can focus on what I'm going to share with you. I'm going to share my screen here so you guys can see my screen. Okay, so we're going to go to my PowerPoint. And this is a presentation that I've been doing for a few years. And I travel the world teaching nutrition and seminars, and been on TV. But the idea of this topic is to share what are the most important things when it comes to um, gut health and mental health, because there's a direct link between gut and in the brain. There are few studies now proving that if you don't have a good digestive system, if your intestines are not good, and if you don't have a good microbe, or your guts, in simple terms, lame terms, your guts are not working properly, then you might be missing out on certain amino acids, and therefore you're not producing healthy amount of neurotransmitters and dopamine, serotonin. So that could be the direct link with mental health that we needed. So now there's a lot of scientists and medical doctors and nutritionists working on the gut system first when it comes to mental health, because we know that by improving the digestive system and how you break down food, but how you digest and absorb them, you can improve your brain health. So this is what I know. Of course, it's not the ultimate truth, but it's something definitely that I researched for years that has a lot of funding and a lot of fundamentals there. So I'm going to share with you guys what I know about food as medicine. Okay, this has been a topic of my presentations for years. I've been researching food as medicine for such a long time, and it's my passion because I realized that food, it is the ultimate medicine when it comes to heal our body. It's not the pills, it's not the creams or the powders that we take. It is the actual food that we have available to all of us every single day in food market. And for thousands of years we know that. I think we lost the touch, and we forgot how important it is to have a wholesome nutrition and a diet plan. So let's start with medicinal foods and nutrients and antioxidants. So if you guys understand that every single day we are interacting with oxygen, so that's one of the metabolic, let's say, part of our metabolism is interaction with oxygen. So this is the most obvious one, but then we have the digestive system. So every time we do a reaction or action in our body, we produce certain substances. So what we know is every time that we are alive, we are oxidizing, we are pretty much aging, right? Because we're interacting with oxygen, and that exchange of oxygen to CO2, it breaks down in certain substance that can be quite toxic. Our body is a machine and can heal itself, and that's why we don't notice until probably later on in our life when we get older. But basically every single day there is a battle between free radicals and antioxidants in our body. The free radicals are the good are the bad guys, and the antioxidants are the good guys. So the antioxidants are in food. They are the vitamins, they are the minerals, they are also the phytochemicals, which are the plant chemicals. So basically, every time you eat an apple or you have an orange, you have broccoli, they have substances that help you fight disease or prevent by pretty much not directly fighting, but also stopping that free radical action into your body. So they almost like superheroes that jump in front of you and say, take me, and they protect you. So basically, the more antioxidants we have, the more good guys we have in our system, or the more we supply our body, the more chances we have to stop oxidation or oxidative stress. And therefore, we can reduce the speed of aging, or we can fix issues like, for example, inflammation or diseases. Because the more disease you have, that state of not at ease, okay, disease, the more stress we promote, and the more stress, then the system starts to spiral into this catalyst that it's pretty much a chain reaction. So the one thing leads to the next, and when you see it, you have this chronic thing going on. So sometimes if we don't pay attention on certain signs and symptoms, for example, you are developing signs of depression, or you're developing signs of anxiety, or you're not having a good gut like system, you eat something and you feel quite sick of your stomach, or bloated, or you have diarrhea, or that you're not supposed to be eating certain foods and you keep carrying on. You might develop some sort of conditions, you might develop some sort of symptoms that may lead you to another, sort of pattern or disease. So what we have to understand here in medicine, and especially food as medicine, every single time that we eat healthy food, we have an opportunity to heal our body from within. So that's very simple. All you have to do is pay attention on pigments. So if you look here, pigments, for example, orange colors, okay, they're full of carotenoids, and carotenoids are abundant in nature. They are powerful antioxidants that protect our body against oxidation. They are probably the ones that you probably love it. It's orange, it's carrots, it's sweet potato. You got even watermelon and pumpkins. They are sweet, they're beautiful. But then you have so much other pigments that are powerful, like the flavonoids, the berries. They're powerful in your cardiovascular system, preventing cardiovascular disease, but also reducing blood pressure. They help the heart to heal. They help thin your blood. So basically, the berries, the purple, okay, but also the onions, purple onions, and purple cabbage, and eggplants, all those things that you can think of that are purple or red in color, they will look after your cardiovascular system. So what we know about pigments is this. every single color of the rainbow. And if you look, there is always foods that have different colors, and all the foods in nature, if you look, they have a different pigmentation. So pigments are where our mother nature store the phytonutrients, okay, in the colors. So the more colors you have in your plate, the more colorful is your diet, the more your chances to have a variety of antioxidants flooding your body. So that's the secret, and it's actually not that complicated. If you understand that the more variety, the more colors you have, and the more fresh food you have in your plate, the better your chances to overcome any sort of disease. Okay, and then you look into the here down the bottom. Oops, sorry. You have the tannins like tea. Okay, there's a good amount of teas that we can use instead of coffee. I'm drinking right now green tea because green tea is a great source of antioxidants, but it's proven to be very good for the brain, for brain's health. It is there's quercetin, which is helpful in the treatment of depression and anxiety. It's very good for anyone that wants to have an stimulus. So it's like stimulant, but it's very mild. It's not going to cause anxiety. Differently than coffee, it's a quite mild, stimulant. Sometimes in excess could be pretty potent, but coffee can exceed that limit where you becomes quite anxious. So what we know about teas, you can have like a green tea that is a mild stimulant, but is quite healing for the brain. So what I'm saying to you guys is maybe focus on things that it's more natural and it's better for you. For example, greens. I'm a big fan here in my office. I have this that I always supply my clients with greens because, greens, if you think about it, they are in a powdered form. They've proven to be one of the best ways to bring alkaline fluid or to produce alkaline, let's say, pH in your body. So basically, when you have a lot of meat, a lot of alcohol, a lot of sugar, you pretty much raise your acids. So the greens are the ones that are going to bring a lot of alkalinity, the alkaline forming. So basically, they fight the excess acid in your body, which then oxygenate your blood. So the more greens you have in your diet, the more fresh food, the more your blood's going to be healthy, full of oxygen, which then will supply your brain with energy. So food should be the source of energy, not caffeine, not stimulants, not alcohol, okay? Those foods are quite the opposite. They're going to stimulate you for sometimes, but they're going to steal your energy later on. And that's one of the things that I tell my clients. You got to be careful with the amount of stimulants you have because there is a payback. Later on it will come back at you and it will probably have a huge impact on your brain, on your body. So be careful, guys. All I can say to you is start your morning with some greens, have some tea, okay, instead of coffee. Have a lot of fresh food in your plate. The more colors, the better. Now, if you're gonna cook foods, I would always suggest to cook with garlic, okay? Garlic is proven to be one of the best foods for your digestive system because it's antibacterial, antiviral, but also helps the formation of glutathione. So glutathione is a potent antioxidant. If you understand glutathione, it is probably one of the most expensive supplements in the world. You buy glutathione capsules, it's like $120 for 60 capsules. And it's not quite effective in a capsule form because when you ingest it, it breaks down in your stomach and you pretty much lose 80 to 90% of it. Where in garlic, it's different. When you consume garlic, the garlic helps your body to produce glutathione from within. So it is a cheap, alternative, but it's so much more potent. There are studies on garlic that proves that it can be 3 times faster than antibiotic. It doesn't kill your probiotics in your guts, okay? It's quite the opposite. It helps manufacture probiotics. So if you understand this, you have a food that helps cure against bacteria infection. It helps you cure from viral infection, parasites, fungus, okay, which could be the 4 things that can destroy your gut system. Then you think about antibiotic. Antibiotic, it's anti-bio, anti-life. Okay, so you take antibiotic, it kills your gut system. So the more antibiotic you have, the more probably complications you will have on your digestive system, because every time you take that antibiotic, it is like a atomic bomb on your guts and destroy the good and the bad. So after antibiotic course, normally you're gonna have to take some probiotics to repopulate your gut. So basically, garlic, it is an antibiotic that is 3 times faster than the actual antibiotic. It doesn't kill the probiotic you have. So here we go. You have a natural medicine that's well known for 5,000 years. The Egyptians used to consume that for purely medicinal purpose. The Egyptians actually used to cultivate garlic and onion purely for medicine. And they used to do about 20 to 30 different medicines out of garlic and onion. So if you understand, guys, you have this every single day, probably, okay? The only thing is making a conscious effort to use fresh garlic, not tinned garlic, okay? Not conserved garlic, has to be fresh. You have to crack the garlic and chop just before you use it, so you saute it. That's where the magic happens. And it is something that it is quite cheap considering the price of supplementation and all the rest. Okay, you're probably gonna pay $39 here in Australia for the kilo. A kilo garlic is gonna, take you a few months to consume. So a garlic glove head like that's gonna take you probably a few days, and it's less than $5. So that's the type of things that I teach, and I tell men all the time. You're gonna cook like a nice piece of fish, steak, chicken, put some garlic in it, gonna do some stir fry. Or if you're gonna do some guacamole, man, just put a tiny bit of garlic and put through the guacamole. Like, it's really nice. If you're gonna do a pico de gallo, or if you're gonna do a salad, you can always put garlic on a dressing and put some lemon juice and olive oil, and makes a salad dressing that has that little garlic flavor. And it's super good for you because the garlic is in the natural, raw state, okay? So then we go to turmeric, okay? This is perhaps where we have to stop and focus really well. Turmeric is considered one of the best foods for your brain, okay? If you look here, let's look here, the third there. Increased levels of hormone brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Now, what does that mean? That means that pretty much helps you reduce depression and Alzheimer's in lame terms. So when you think about turmeric, it is definitely the way to go if you have any sort of mental issue, or you're unbalanced, you have some sort of anxiety, or you feel depressed, or you feel that you have not being yourself. So add some turmeric powder in your smoothies or in your food. I like the fresh turmeric. Okay, in my smoothie, I put about a piece of turmeric every single morning in my smoothie. And since I started taking it, it has made a huge difference in my brain health, because I don't feel anxious or depressed for years. I used to be very anxious, guys, and that's why I'm sharing this with you guys, because I've been there, and I took antidepressant some stage of my life because I felt depressed, but I only took for 2 months, and I felt really bad because I knew that wasn't myself, and it wasn't helping me. It was actually taking me to the darker side. So I started to treat my body with natural stuff to help overcome that, and I found the power of turmeric. I was going to India, and in India I found the many benefits of turmeric, and since then I haven't stopped. I consume that every single day, and that's something I would love you to do, especially if you never tried turmeric. Buy some turmeric fresh or powder, add in your food, or you can buy capsule turmeric But what I say to you guys, use every single day, because it's definitely one of the most potent food as medicine that you can ever have. Okay, it's protective for your heart. It helps reduce pain, especially if you have arthritis. It's good for the gut system. It's a powerful antioxidant, so protect your brain, your heart, your cells. And it's very good for your liver detoxification. So if you like a good turmeric, a good curry, or simply if you like just the flavor of the spice, because it's kind of a spice, add to your food. It's fantastic. Now, quinoa, okay? I'm South American from Brazil. I grew up with rice and beans, not quinoa. Quinoa is from Bolivia, but since I came to Australia, I've been using quinoa in my nutrition. And one thing I noticed is when you have quinoa on a daily basis, you have a great deal of energy. A lot of my athletes, and I'm talking about some elite athletes, I put on quinoa and they tell me that take them to the next level of performance. One thing we know about quinoa, it is an antioxidant. Okay, we're talking here about antioxidants to prevent against oxidative stress, so you can reduce inflammation in your body, and you can actually overcome disease and disorders. So quinoa is a food that has antioxidants, packed with antioxidants. So it's not just a grain that's going to give you some sort of fulfillment and you feel quite full after you consume it. No, this is actually a grain that has some medicinal powers. The good thing about it is quite, easily to find nowadays. In most supermarkets here in Australia, they sell it. I don't know about overseas, but I'm pretty sure that it's quite popular now. It's a great source of protein. And we're going to talk about protein later. The importance of protein for men's health is huge because we need protein. We need amino acids when it comes to mental health, because most of the cases, when you are in depressive state or if you have some sort of mental health issue, we often find that the diet is unbalanced. The protein, it is not often the best quality, or the amino acid profile, it is not complete. You're either missing certain amino acids or you're not consuming enough protein, so your body's not manufacturing neurotransmitters and dopamine, serotonin, so it's not making you feel that sensation of happiness. So amino acids and protein has a lot to do with your mental state. Okay, that's why if you go to a medical doctor, if you have an episode of let's say depression, they often gonna recommend certain foods for you, like yogurt, so like certain piece of fish, like salmon, things that they know and we know nutritionists for many years, that helps your brain to manufacture serotonin and help you to feel slightly happier. Okay, not only chocolate make you happy, and I'll show you why chocolate make you happy, but protein also can increase your levels of energy and happiness as well. So quinoa is great for that. It has 16% protein, guys. Got most the amino acids that we need. I would say actually all the amino acids that we need. Is a complete source of protein, and has huge amount of calcium, magnesium, manganese, iron, zinc, phosphorus, sodium, potassium, which are the main minerals, the macro minerals that we need to build strong, healthy muscles, bones, and all our body structures. So when you think about quinoa, it is definitely considered a superfood. It's a grain from the Andes, the region of the Andes, and it's been consumed for 3,000 years before Christ. Okay, it is considered the mother of the grains. It is perhaps the most nutritive of all. And if you never tried, give it a chance. Okay, I got a recipe here I can share with you guys from my book. Here, page 67. I can post for you guys later. But if you research on YouTube, see that there is the grain there, and I've mixed with kidney beans. It is awesome. And I sold thousands of books just because of a recipe like this. And I would highly recommend quinoa for your lunch. And you will find that when you consume it, your levels of energy are steady, and you have last long energy throughout the day. Now, kidney beans, we were talking about it. why I'm putting kidney beans on mental health seminar summit, man, because men's are sometimes quite, used to tins. Kidney beans are in the tin often and sold for 75 cents to $1. But I don't think you guys know that kidney beans have twice as much antioxidant as blueberries. So it's great for you. It is packed with protein. Definitely one of the best foods to have in your cupboard, just in case you run out of ideas or you don't want to cook something. You can simply open a tin of kidney beans, you just wash it, rinse it, and mix with some garlic, onion, saute on a pan, put some tomato sauce, and you make some sort of like a Mexican, beans. I used that like last night. That was my dinner. Was rice and kidney beans, and we put some guacamole. We made it like a burrito. And what I tell my wife is keep always those foods in the pantry, just in case we don't want to cook anything. We just whack it a pretty quick dish with beans. But beans are source of protein, carbohydrates, fiber, packed with vitamins, minerals. They are great for you guys, and they are very easy to do. They are already cooked. All you have to do, open the tin, put some flavor. Worst case scenario, put some salt, lemon juice, and olive oil. You don't even need to cook it, and whack it on your salad. But add some beans in your food, in your daily routine. It will help you because it does help to produce probiotic, okay? Has a lot of fiber, and those fiber ferments in your gut, creating probiotic. So when we think about probiotic and prebiotic, prebiotic is like a food, like resistant starch, okay? Kidney beans considered a resistant starch. So when you eat kidney beans, the fibers of kidney beans are prebiotic. They go to your guts and they start to ferment. That's why sometimes you eat beans, you have some flatulence, gas, fart. But that is the process where your body is probably manufacturing probiotic, because during that fermentation process, what the body do is they use the fiber to produce probiotics. So every single fruit and vegetables that we eat have prebiotics in it. Then our body digests, mixed with all the digestive enzymes. Once it's in the guts, it starts to ferment, okay? And that fermentation process makes the probiotic for you. So you don't need to take probiotic pills, quite often very expensive and inefficient. Of course, there are some good ones, but they are often very expensive. What I'm saying to you, if you don't need probiotic in a supplement form, let's say you haven't taken any antibiotic, you're fine. You just need to boost your guts with probiotic. Eat more beans, eat lentils, eat chickpeas, have some salad, have some kefir, have some sauerkraut, have some kombucha. Anything you can think of that's slightly fermented, even olives. Olives are great because they are fermented in the bottle, and when you consume an olive, that is a probiotic. Did you know that? Amazing. Now, excuse me. Olives. We talked about olives. Here we go. The benefit of olives, guys, are many. They are considered the oil of Europe, the name, and they are considered the best oil of all. Fantastic sort of monosaturated fats. They are packed with omega-9. They are a great source of vitamin E and a potent anti-aging. Sorry, excuse me, guys. The air conditioning, sometimes it's killing me. Okay, so why do I consume olive oil? For many reasons. First, tastes good. Second, super affordable. Third, it is great for our gut system. Okay, so olive oil is easy to break down. Your body loves this type of fat, monosaturated, because it's the easiest. But it is anti-inflammatory. It's proven to be anti-inflammatory, especially if it's a good oil, first press, cold press, organic if possible. Then you don't have all the pesticides flooding your body. But what do we know? Olive oil is an anti-inflammatory. Okay, it actually mimics the effect of ibuprofen. So if you think about olive oil, it's not only just an oil that tastes awesome, it's gonna be very good for your pain inflammation. Okay, so use olive oil more often in your food, because that's what we want. You guys using olive oil on the top of your food and making salad dressings with lemon and lime. Look at this. So lemon and lime, guys, what I would suggest is every time you go to supermarket or fresh food market, get some lemons and limes. Always have that in your fridge, because you can wake up in the morning and have a little squeeze of lemon in your water. That's going to help decongest and detoxify your body. And sometimes our body is congested with toxins, especially if we've been abusing of our body with, sugars and fast foods, or simply drinking too much, okay, alcohol. So the liver can get overwhelmed and the liver can get sluggish. If the liver is sluggish, then the liver starts to slow down the digestive process and start to get some issues. So you might feel bloated, or you feel that you cannot handle fatty foods and you feel headache, migraine, or you can have some sort of aggression. Liver is linked to aggression. So when the liver is not healthy, you can feel aggressive, you can feel quite angry. So that's why I say first thing in the morning, a little squeeze of lemon in your water is only going to help you. And it's a very simple habit that if you do for, I would say 90 days, you will feel amazing, because in 90 days, your liver going to regenerate and your liver is going to have pretty much brand new cells, and your liver is going to be brand new. So why not to have that? Right. So let's go for berries. I would say berries, guys, is definitely the fruit to keep in your diet, okay? Because berries looked after your brain very much. It's proven. It's one of the most potent antioxidants of all. It's anti-inflammatory. It's great for prevention of Alzheimer's and Parkinson. It's proven that is one of the best fruits to have when you have those sort of conditions. So if you already have Parkinson and Alzheimer's and you use berries to reduce the inflammation in the brain, imagine if you use that before. So it's like preventative. It helps you prevent development of those diseases. So it is cheap. It is frozen most of the time. You can find all year round in the supermarket. Just get a pack or two, keep in your in a freezer, and whack a smoothie once a day. No excuse. Put the frozen berries in your blender, water, put some banana, make some banana and berry smoothie. It tastes awesome. And if you have kids, I promise they will love it. What I like about berries, they're versatile. You can put the berries on the top of your cereal. You can put berries on top of your yogurt. You can eat berries. You can have berries at dessert. They're great as desserts, okay? Like especially strawberries after dinner. So make sure that you have some sort of purple color, especially berries, in your nutrition, in your diet plan every single day, okay? Cacao. Now, this is probably the most interesting part of the session, because cacao, most people think, oh, cacao is chocolate. Yes, it is the most obvious, but cacao, it is the cousin of caffeine, okay? So I just drank my coffee here, and then now I have a little bit of green tea, but then in the middle comes this guy, which is cacao. Cacao is a natural stimulant, okay? That's why the Mayans used to drink cacao, liquid cacao. They used to call the elixir of life. No wonder they have a currency called cacao. Okay, Theobroma cacao means food of the gods, and cacao means bitter. But if you understand that the Mayans were so obsessed with cacao because they used to believe that this food was not a normal food, was a God-given food for uplifting your mental state to a next realm of consciousness. So when you think about cacao or dark chocolate, yes, but I would say cacao powder, the real deal, okay, 100% cacao powder. When you have that in your daily life, I normally put that on my smoothie, okay? So I put the banana, the berries, I put cacao in it, and I put chia seeds in it, and you guys gonna see the benefit of chia seeds. So when you have cacao on a daily basis, what are you doing? You're actually promoting a bunch of, you know, healthy amino acids, but you're gonna boost your serotonin levels. Straight away, you're gonna have that uplifting feeling, almost irreplaceable. There is nothing that can replace cacao because it is almost like a complete sort of feeling. Your brain loves it. Your brain produces heaps of um, serotonin and dopamine after you consume it. That's why people are addicted to chocolate, man, because they eat chocolate. First, they have a little tiny bit of cacao, not even much, but they have sugar, which spike their blood sugar, so they feel slightly better. But when you combine both, of course you got like a natural stimulant. But imagine if you have pure cacao and a high concentration on your smoothie first thing in the morning before you go to work, before you even hit the coffee. You're gonna have this feeling of happiness, and you're gonna feel fulfilled. You're gonna feel ready to conquer the world. So men right now needs more cacao in their diets. Great for memory, cognition, and cognitive function. It's great for digestion. It's an anti-aging, and it's gonna make you activate the crown chakra. Okay, because cacao is purple, and the purple is the last piece of the puzzle there on the chakra, with the most important, the crown, which is gonna open your consciousness to, you know, a next level. So that's why the Mayans used to drink that as almost a ceremony, because they used to believe that it's a food that takes them to the gods and make them highly spiritual. So here we go, cacao. Chia seeds, probably the one that I spent a bit of time to, because I'm passionate about chia seeds. I discovered that a few years ago, and I've been implementing that on my clients' nutrition plans every single day. And they tell me, man, this is great. I show you here. It's in my office. Hang on a sec. Chia seeds. This little thing here that looks like a poppy seed, but it's different. These guys have so much nutrients, there's so much protein, so much good fats. It's excellent for your health, but more importantly, great for your guts. Very good source of fiber, excellent source of protein as well. So what I would suggest is that smoothie that I told you: berries, banana, cacao, chia seeds. Now it's getting bigger, this smoothie, right? So if you understand that if you do those four things first thing in the morning, imagine you're getting antioxidants from the berries and a great deal of vitamins, minerals. You have banana, which, by the way, banana, make a note, it's one of the best things for men, okay? Because banana helps you okay? Have virility, masculinity, potency. It's like natural Viagra. It's true. The more banana you eat, the more chance you have to have a good strength. All right, guys? And if you look at the shape of the banana, the shape of banana it's like the most obvious. So banana in the smoothie, put some cacao and chia seeds. I'm sure your wife will like it later on. It's powerful, okay? Now, chia seeds easily found in supermarket, health food stores. But what I like about chia seeds, if you look here down the bottom, rich in tryptophan, okay? So tryptophan is an amino acid that helps your body produce serotonin, happy hormone. That's one more reason to have in your daily routine, especially if you feel anxious, if you feel that you're building some sort of mental health issue, if you're depressed, have some chia, have some cacao, have some banana, have some peanut butter, which helps as well, okay? So guys, I think that's it. Now, sorry guys, what's in your food is a big segment. This is something that I'm passionate about because it tells us what's the bad in our food. So I'm gonna shortcut this. I'm gonna go straight to the bottom. I want to show you guys what are the most dangerous food to have. So processed and refined foods is the ones you should avoid. Try to avoid things that are um, ultra refined or very, like say industrialized, because they probably very empty in nutrients, very high in calories. And then try to buy organic as much as you can. Of course, if you can't find organic or you can afford it, you can simply just sanitize your food properly. So you buy the food, scrub it with your veggie scrub, rinse it, never get the food and eat straight away, because they could be packed with pesticides, fungicides, and herbicides, which then can kill all your microbe, all your guts, all your flora, because they are pesticides and fungicides and herbicides, the chemicals, they're very toxic. Most of the foods that we're talking about, they are natural, low in the nutrients, and they very low in fiber. So you're gonna probably get constipated, which then not gonna help your guts to move the toxins. Okay, the more constipated you are, the worse it is, because the guts not moving the toxins, not passing the stool, therefore is manufacturing a lot of toxins in there. And then you have to be sure that you don't consume high sugars, okay, and trans fats. So do me a favor, cut out of the diet completely sugars, especially white sugar. It's very addictive. It's very bad for you. It's going to cause all sorts of hormone imbalance. It's going to cause some sort of mental issues later on, because it's highly addictive, and it's very hard to detach from natural sugars, I understand, but white sugar is the worst. Honey is fine, maple syrup's okay, but not white sugar. Okay, so if you have the habit to have white sugar or a lot of chockies or lollies, try to cut that back, especially if you have some sort of anxiety. Because I promise you, the moment you start to reduce those sugars, your anxiety levels might reduce as well. And then highly cooked foods and artificial sweeteners and additives. Okay, so aspartame, sucralose, they are not healthy for you. I know they are low in calories, they're zero sugars, but they're not good for the brain. They've proven to be actually quite detrimental to brain's health. And then let's have a look here. Things to avoid, okay, because we're coming down at the end of our talk here. I want you guys to do a list of things to avoid, okay? Tap water is the number one. Why? Tap water has chemicals that are highly disruptive to our gut system. Therefore, it's going to affect our brain. Remember, gut and brain connection. Tap water has fluoride, has chlorine. So chlorine is used in your pool, right? If you have a pool, the guy put a chlorine for what? To kill the bacteria, to maintain the pool nice and clean. So imagine if you go to the pool, grab a glass of pool water and you drink it. It's not very tasty, right? It's very toxic. So they put chlorine in your water. Of course, it's little, but chlorine, it is not healthy for you. And over time, chlorine kills all your probiotics. So basically, every time you eat tap water, you're killing your guts, because chlorine is designed to be antibacterial. So here we go. You cook with tap water, you drink tap water. Guess what? You're going to have some sort of gut issue. You might feel bloated every time you eat, or you feel bloated when you drink tap water, or simply you don't drink enough water because you don't like the taste of it. So most of my clients, I give them a challenge. I tell, go and buy filtered water for a week, okay? The most pure water. Drink for a week. And then on the 8th day, you go to the tap and drink the water if you used to drink tap water. See what happened. 99.9%, not to say 100%, okay, will come back to me and say, wow, after 2 days, I noticed the difference. I went to brush my teeth, and when I smelled the water, the chlorine was so prominent. But before, I never picked that. It's because your body desensitized. Now your body is so much aware of that smell of chlorine. So when you take that tap water, you smell like, whoa. So I want you to do this test and see how you go for a period of 7 days, and then you put that back and see how you feel. I would love to see your feedback. Alcohol. I know alcohol, it can be one of the biggest thing in man's life, because men's are, I would say, conditioned to think that we need alcohol. I understand, it is a very cultural thing. But guys, you need to understand that alcohol is very bad for first your guts, because it's an alcohol. Alcohol it's antiseptic. Okay, so alcohol is used to clean stuff, but alcohol in excess will kill the guts as well. But not only that, alcohol is a depressive. The more alcohol you drink, the more depressive you will become. I know, because a couple of times I drank a bottle of wine and I feel quite teary. I want to cry, because that's what happened. So imagine if you do have the habit to drink a lot of booze during the week or during the weekend, your mental health is not going to improve. It's going to actually be the opposite. So you got to be careful. You got to be aware of how much you drink and how often you drink. Like I said, refined sugars is very important to cut down. Fast foods, deep fried, okay, because they don't help at all your gut system. Excess of animal protein. You can consume protein, yes, not excess. Don't eat a 500-gram steak, because guess what? That's going to clog up your insides. Your gut system going to pretty much be constipated for a few days, and that's not going to allow your body to detoxify the toxins. The toxins going to re-enter the system. It's going to go to your brain, and it's going to make your brain quite polluted, quite sluggish. And artificial sweetener and food additives, okay? So guys, this is pretty much our session here. I only have 30 minutes with you. I would love to be here for 2 hours. But if you want more information, you can always find me online. You can get a lot of my videos on YouTube. If you research Ronaldo Filieri, or Ronaldo's Kitchen, my book's available online. I'm sure the link will be there. But if you research the superpower of nutrition, Ronaldo's Kitchen, you will find my book there. And all this good information is in the book, okay? That's why I designed this book, for teaching people about the benefits of food. And there are a lot of information, especially when it comes down to teaching you good habits. So have a look, see if you can improve things in your routine, your daily life. And I promise you that if you cut on those foods, if you change your water for filtered, if you start to eat more whole foods, you will have a better chance to improve your condition, whatever you have. Okay, because your body is a machine that heals itself. And the more nutrients we supply, the more tools we give to our body. And when I say tools, is habits like, exercise and healing therapies and yoga, meditation. The more tools we give and we equip ourselves, the more chance we have to overcome mental health. So here you go. Thank you for having me. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I hope to be in touch with you guys. If you want to add me on social media to give me your feedback, I'll be very happy to hear from you. Thank you. Have a great day.